This is the Greek goddess Fortuna, the goddess of fortune for both good and bad, the personification of luck in Roman religion. Throughout time, we all have been seeking good luck, from cats in China to shamrocks in Ireland. Different cultures have their own good luck charms to bring them good fortune. Have you ever thought how some people just have all the luck? There are some who crush it at sports, or work, or always seem to land that dream job. And you might have even said, oh well, they're lucky. This class of lucky people achieve their ambitions, find their perfect partner, and they are always in the right place at the right time. And even if they fail, it's only ever in an upward direction. And without them even realizing it, luck is their superpower. And then there's everyone else. Some would say that we're dealt with a set of cards from birth, which you have no control over. Your genes, your hair colour, your height, while others on the other side of the ring would challenge that. Now, I've done a little search with my friend Google. The odds of you being born are massively not in your favour. The probability of you existing comes down to 1 in 400 trillion. An infinitesimally small chance for the perfect conditions for you to be here. Now, when you look at it that way, maybe you are lucky. My parents have always said to me how lucky I am to be in a favourable environment for me to grow, which is another enormous stroke of luck. And throughout my life, I've been plagued with reminding myself how lucky I actually am. To be a living to dream the impossible. As a collective, we can move faster, go further, reach higher limits, breaking the boundaries. I wonder if nobody dared to try their luck, where would we be? And I really wanted to investigate this mysterious entity that we call luck. How can we explain it? How can we more understand it? Whether it's the winners or losers or somewhere in between, I'm more interested in the psychological principles behind why some people have it or they don't. You can't ignore good fortune, and yet you can't plan for it neither. Much of life is a combination to varying degrees of skill and luck. This sequence plays out a lot when watching sports. Maybe that explains why it's so fun to watch. Anything could happen. People hedge their bets and hope for the best. And as luck will have it, not all random events lead to favourable outcomes. And of course, with one roll of the dice, the most talented team are not guaranteed to always win. When you put yourself out there, you increase your chances of lucky opportunities, which could lead to a dramatic shift in your circumstances. There are two ways to almost be sure that you will lose. One is to take volatile risks, and the other is to not shoot your shot at all. Lucky people characteristically avoid both extremes. They cultivate a technique of taking measured risk in doses. If you want to find the person of your dreams and fall in love, for instance, and experience the joys of such a relationship, you must be willing to take the possible hurts too. You must be willing to make an emotional commitment that has the capacity to wound you. It's like playing the lottery. If you don't bet, you're not in a position to win. Lucky people create, notice and act on chance opportunities. For the most part, they won't come gift wrapped. They are often disguised in one small or one big dose of discomfort. So when it comes to luck, are you seeing the obstacle or are you seeing the opportunity? And you've probably heard the saying, being in the right place at the right time. Well, I actually think it's a case of being in the right state of mind. What most people categorize as being luck is just a result of being open to opportunities, not just happy accidents. Luck presents itself when you consistently put yourself out there, mingling in the correct circles, connecting with all levels of people. And I've been in the fortunate position where I've actually had a freelance client of mine wanting to go into business with me. He'd seen that I'd consistently put out high quality work. Granted, this relationship has built up over time, but the initial contact was me reaching out to him. I was open to the possibility of working for him, even in the event that I wasn't actually going to receive much money. At the time, the weight of the opportunity meant more to me. And as a kid, I'd always shy away from putting myself out there. I never really liked the limelight, and I'd always shy away from attention, even if it was deserved. And in doing so, I removed myself from the possible. And I would see this play out with my counterparts when I was younger. And I would see them get opportunities because they were slightly extroverted. They would put themselves out there. They always seem to land on their feet. And the other day I wondered, was an element of this luck down to our own personality? Psychologists actually agree that there are 5 dimensions to our personalities: agreeableness, conscientiousness, extroversion, neuroticism, and openness. probably noticed that social butterfly that meet a high number of people. Byproduct of that is that they have a greater chance of having an encounter with opportunity. When you're able to draw others to you in an unassuming way with open body language, it just communicates a total different message. That's someone that sides themselves with being unlucky. Those who embody lucky traits engage more in open body language, such as pointing your body to the person who you are talking to, having uncrossed arms, gestures that show open palms. Your expressions have a positive tone. These extroverts smile more, say hello more, make more eye contact. This is the perfect combination to unlock your very own network of luck.
Sociologists estimate, on average, each person knows 300 people on a first name basis. We are only one handshake away from people they know. Let's imagine you're at a party and you meet a friend, and their 300 plus your 300, in theory, could network. That could be a network of 90,000 possible interactions for new possibilities just by saying hello.
Problem is that most people come nowhere near maintaining those loose contacts that we have. And lucky people unknowingly maintain these contacts, which gives them far greater opportunities. Now, there's something said for people who are as optimistic as possible. Now, lucky people operate on two systems of thinking: what they expect versus reality.
Read this text. Most people read the text as Paris in the springtime. In fact, if you look carefully, you will see it actually says Paris in the springtime. So we tend to read what we expect to see rather than what is actually there.
Now, expectations is a powerful force, and it can work for you or against you. And I had a teacher back in college just before uni, and this teacher really believed in me, and she expected me to do well. And during those 2 years, I would say I developed a lot mentally. I developed the mental capacity to actually believe in myself, that I can actually do something if I really put my mind to it, as cheesy as it sounds. And the byproduct of that was that I actually believed it, I achieved it, I succeeded. Optimism made me feel lucky to have her as a teacher. Imagine if the tables were turned and I thought I was unlucky. I think the results would be vastly different. In this way, they can turn bad luck into good. Looking at what lessons could be learned and looking at it objectively, imagining how it could be worse. They are less likely to say, why me, but more, it could have happened to anyone.
Assess. Ask yourself how serious this particular setback is. You might be over-exaggerating its importance, which can be easily done, especially in the moment. Accept and acknowledge that nothing can be done. Remind yourself that it makes little sense to stew over whatever misfortune you've unexpectedly been subject to. Make up your mind not to let it bother you anymore than it's absolutely necessary. I mean, I've been there when you've let something get to you, and it only further perpetuates the anger or frustration that you're feeling. Act. Now that you've decided not to waste your mental and emotional energy by obsessing over bad luck, what is the best action to take? How can you best cope with this setback? How might you work around it?
Luck is a mindset of attracting what you want. Now, this concept of luck is not just a belief that some people's achievements are down to some sort of mathematical probabilities that defy all logic. And because that they have it and we don't, the truth is, across a lifespan, we receive both opportunities and setbacks in healthy doses. And some of us may defy the odds early in life, perhaps being born in a perfectly comfortable environment, not having to worry about most things, and then face unfair or unlikely challenges later on. And then there is others that are born in less favourable conditions, but as they grow they meet and take on opportunities which changes them forever. How responsible really are we for our own luck? The concept of luck is not a myth, it's as real as you want it to be. Anyways guys, that's it for me. If you have any suggestions, please comment below, please smash the like button if you like this video, and I'll see you guys in another one. Bye bye.